So, let's start this stream. Hey everyone! Playing something a little different today. Rimworld! You may remember this or not from that failed stream that I had that was ass! Sorry Phil, but you go. Philip is here with me.
I was going to say most people probably won't remember it because it was...
happened before I was famous. So, going to be playing Rimworld here. It's a cool game, basically a lot like Dwarf Fortress, if anyone's ever played that, but with a better UI. Am I coming through loud and clear there? Yep. Awesome. So let's start our new colony. We're going to be the traditional crash landed, where 3 crash landed survivors have to survive and escape Rimworld. And there's like a list of all the shit we're going to start with, but you don't need to care about that. Next, we got our 3 AI storytellers. So we got Cassandra Classic, who ramps up the challenge slowly over time as you go. We've got Phoebe Chillax, who is like very, well, chillax, just gives you a lot of time between disasters to prepare. I hear she hits you harder when she does, but gives you a lot of time to recover from disasters. And then there's Randy Random, who is completely random, and guess which one we're taking?
Random.
Yeah, you can take the headphones now if you know we're at a good volume level.
Yep.
Philip is just like listening in. Reload anytime mode, no. Commitment mode. So I've just set the difficulty to medium. I don't think I can handle anything higher than medium right now. I'm relatively new to the game.
Daniel has no problems with commitment.
Yeah, totally. That's a lie.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, no, it don't. Let's just randomize a seed here. Black. Okay, sure. And generate our world. So now it's generating the world. I was going to say, just keep an eye on the video stream in case it goes to shit.
Indeed.
The test recordings turned out positive, though.
Yep.
Like, I don't have a great resolution, but I also don't know how many FPSs, like, Twitch will actually let me get to. So this is our world here. And you can see, like, hold up. So yeah, I can rotate around. It only has, like, the one hemisphere, though. And they've got names for places like the Red Lemire Ocean.
You like the lemurs.
Barons.
So does it normally only have one hemisphere, or...?
Yeah, that's just how it goes.
Cool.
I think there are options to, like, generate more hemispheres, but it's just kind of not worth it. The
So,
Trout
yeah.
Expanse at the top there.
I do like the idea of somewhere called the Trout...
No, we're not going to the Trout Expanse.
For a moment there,
It's ice caps.
I thought that said the gay giraffe. It's just the grey giraffe.
Where's the Grey Giraffe? Mount Grey Giraffe. Gotcha. Well, let's see if we can settle somewhere around Mount Grey Giraffe, because I'm looking for a temperate forest in mountainous terrain.
And you've explained to me why that was, and you've mentioned it in terms of
so
the stream that must not be named.
Well, it's not that it must not be named, it's just that I fucked up because I was new to it. Unfortunately, because I had Andrew on there, and that was cool, but unfortunately Discord messages, like, don't gel well with my computer's shitty computing power, so we can't be doing that. So we're going to have people who are actually nearby.
Hi!
Anyway, the reason that we want temperate forest is because it's basically, like, that'll get you all the shit you need. Like, it's good growing, it's got tons of resources, it's got animals to eat, shit like that. And the reason I like mountainous is because there's lots of mineral wealth there as well. So we've got a lot of information here. Mountainous is what I want. Move difficulty, who gives a fuck. Stone types is okay. It's nice to know. If we can get, like, marble or something in there, that'd be cool, but otherwise I don't care. We're looking for things like that temperature range. This always lies, though, because it's always a bit more extreme than it says. And the growing period is super important.
So you mean like a politician, then?
Yeah. Politicians also care about the growing period, because farmers complain a lot.
Well, yeah, if you try and change things before the growing period, then they get real upset.
Yeah, so I'm basically going to look around. I'm going to try and find somewhere that's, like, preferably grow all year round. If not, something like this, which is, like, 50 out of the 60 days. So that's, like, almost all year round. I don't want caves, though. I had caves once, and they fucked me up. Oh, there's, like, a creek going through this one, which is nice. Let's remember this part.
Yeah. So in Dwarf Fortress, caves are wonderful creations of Notch.
Yeah, they don't have the bugs in Dwarf Fortress. That's tropical rainforest.
They usually have the giant spiders and the cave trolls. Though those are usually pretty dealable, shall we say, with a nice hatchet or a mine pick
as well. Oh, this place is way shittier. We're not going to be landing over here. How about over here? We're just going to check all the forests. That's rainforest. I don't want rainforest. I want regular forest.
Remind people why you would not choose a rainforest for you
Rainforests
personally.
have a lot of disease. You can see there's like a disease frequency here, which like tells you how often how good an area is for diseases. Like say if I click in like the swamp, 1.5, that's not good. That's bad. I mean, conversely, say that I go to the trout expanse, disease frequency 0.7, because fuck, ain't nothing growing there. So yeah, where the fuck was I now? I wanted, around this area. I think this is the kind of area that I want. It's even near a river. I don't know if that's going to help me or hurt me, but...
Because unlike Dwarf Fortress, there's not a thirst mechanic, is there?
No, it's a lot less micromanaging than Dwarf Fortress. So if you're like me and a big puss and don't want to deal with all the micromanagement, but you do want to do like this kind of bullshit, then go for it.
So it's kind of somewhere between sort of Civ and The Sims, almost.
I guess The Sims I think is a lot less complicated, but hey. So we'll go to next. Okay, so now we have... Basically, the flavor of this is that you were on a big like spaceship, and all these guys are on the spaceship. Spaceship gets fucked, starts crashing. Only 3 escape pods. We get to choose who's on the escape pods to get to start our colony on this shitty Rimworld. So let's see who we've got here. We've got Dean. Dean has a lot of stuff going for him. There's like these backstories here, which all give you pluses and minuses to things. Like he was a cave world tender when he was a child. Dean grew up in a cave complex deep beneath the surface of an inhospitable world. He worked with other children tending the tribe's fungus crops. So that makes him bad at shooting for some reason, but good at mining and plants. And when he was an adult in the herb worlds, so I guess he moved to like from shitty caves to shitty like slums. Most suffer, but someone has to run the corporations. Oh, he was an entrepreneur. Dean learned the skills of the trade, grazing palms, and technical analysis. He's a socio-intellectual machine, so extra social and intellectual. I'm not going to read out all of these, by the way, because they take a long time. But
so you'll just mouse over and let people read them?
Yeah, I'll mouse over and let people pause the VODs and read them. So let's see. So these are all the skills. Some are more important than others. Shooting is obviously important for defense. Mining's good. We need someone with at least like construction 5 to start build power sources. So I want that. Excuse me. Cooking's really important, especially early on. You don't want to be getting food poisoning.
And you've done that before, haven't you?
I have had like colonies, sometimes by necessity, where you just have no one who knows how to cook. In which case, you're almost better off, I think, putting in a nutrient paste dispenser, but I didn't know that at the time. Plants is important because you need to grow shit to eat. Animals, not as important. Crafting, the rest of the stuff other than medical, isn't as important to start with. He has there's nothing he's incapable of, which is good. Some people are incapable of doing certain types of tasks. They'll just never do them, no matter how much you yell at them. Then they've got
I can't hold these things. I broke a nail.
Oh, they're like, I don't know what I'm doing with hauling.
Puts it on head.
I used to be a king on some shitty backwater planet. I don't know how to haul. I refuse. So he's got traits as well. Everyone's got traits. They can be good, or they can be bad, or they can be both. Often both. So his traits are undergrounder. So he has no need to experience the outdoors or light. He will never feel cooped up or get cabin fever, no matter how long he stays inside, and is not bothered by darkness. That's pretty good. I think that undergrounders get pissed off if they stay above ground for too long, like out in the open, like the dwarves of Dwarf Fortress.
They just start vomiting on everything.
See, in Dwarf Fortress, the dwarves hate being in the sun too long. In this game, people hate being out of the sun for too long. Steadfast. Mentally tough, won't break down under... Oh, cool. So that means that his mental break threshold is better. So essentially what that means is that, like in Dwarf Fortress, this game has a stress meter. So you got to keep your colonists happy, or else they'll go nuts and start doing really shitty things and stop listening to your orders for times. And this guy's trait means that he's less likely to do that. So he's looking pretty good so far, actually. Like, being good at mining is pretty decent. He's got good plants. I'm liking him. He's a good good pick so far. Also, these fires here, what they mean is how passionate they are in these subjects. So he's passionate in social, intellectual, animals, plants, and cooking. Basically means that he'll learn things at 100% speed. Whereas things he's not passionate at, he'll learn at like 35% speed. So if I got him to mining, even though he's pretty good at it, he wouldn't get any better much faster because he doesn't give a fuck about mining. Also, I think sometimes like their moods can be improved by you getting them to do work they like. They can have a double passion, which makes them learn like 150% times faster. He doesn't have any of these. So,
and with that, does that just mean 2 fires, or is it a raging fire?
It just means 2 fires, so you can see that there. Somebody on our default team here has has a passion in construction. So let's go to Evgeny, whoever the fuck you are. So you were a shopkeeper as a child, okay. And a low-wage worker in adulthood. Oh, too relatable. Oh shit, I should have said. Also, there's health conditions. So Dean has a scratch scar on his right arm, gives him lower efficiency with that arm, and also gives him pain plus 1%, so it hurts him sometimes. This guy also has like an old gunshot in his arm, efficiency 78%, pain plus 3. That's not. These aren't too big a deal. So he's got decent shooting, no melee. I prefer shooting over melee anyway. Okay, construction, good mining, good cooking, good plants, very passionate on plants, good crafting. Yeah, he's looking pretty good. Oh, but he's jealous. So for Evgeny, it's degrading to have a less impressive bedroom than someone else. He gets a mood loss if any colonist has a more impressive bedroom. This can be a real bitch of a thing, especially starting out. If you can't get him a good room right away, you might just go nuts. And nervous, tends to crack up. So that's like the opposite of Dean. This guy has decent skills, but he's more likely to break, so he's not looking great. Chimp. His name is Chimp. He was a medieval slave and then a mathematician. And he's incapable of dumb labor. Which
so
means no hauling and shit.
We were just talking about and making fun of him.
So he's got real good construction. So I might be keeping you. No combat skills. Nothing in this social skills, but good intellectual. Some plant skills. Some mining. That's about it. Also, he's staggeringly ugly. Chimp is staggeringly ugly. His face looks like a cross between a drawing by an untalented child, a malformed fetus in a jar of formaldehyde, and a piece of modern art. Others must exert conscious effort to look at him while conversing. So that means that people aren't going to like him, and when people don't like other colonists, they can start fights. They can start fights with each other. Oh, also he's like 42 years old. You also get to see their age. Mostly that doesn't matter until they're like getting up there, like 60, 70, that sort of shit. If they're a kid, they'll only have the childhood backstory, so they'll not have as many skills. He's also iron-willed. So Chimp's will is an iron shield. He keeps going through thick and thin when others broke down long before. So he has a good mental break threshold. You're looking good, Chimp. I like you.
No, he's not. He's specifically not.
Yeah, he's specifically not looking good, but you know what I mean. And he actually has the construction skills that we're going to need early on. So Rose. These guys the game did not want me to take, but I'm going to see. So Rose was an herb world urchin, and then an actor, also incapable of dumb labor. What do you got? You got pretty good shooting. And I don't think we have anyone with good shooting right now except Evgeny. Real good melee. Decent construction, no mining, so you got good crafting and passion for crafting. Good social, but you're a misandrist. Which means that she will hate on men. Basically, like, all men will have relationship debuffs with her. Which, again, if people don't like you, they'll start fights with you. If she doesn't like the men, she'll probably start making fights with them. Or vice versa, and that's bad. Also, she's psychically dull. Rose's mind is psychically out of tune with others. She isn't as affected by psychic phenomena. So there's, like, the occasional psychic, like, drone or hum coming through that can give you like penalties or bonuses to your mood. So she won't be as affected by those, which is overall pretty good for me. So let's see.
I also remember you mentioning something regarding how you rank them, like when you've been setting up colonies in the past. Is that specifically like drawing them in your sidebar there?
Yeah, you just drag them.
Yep.
Just drag them. So I actually think Rose is better than Evgeny, because she's got better skills and is less likely to go nuts on people. I don't like that Misandrist, but other than that, pretty good.
Who does like that Misandrist?
Some people do, Philippa. So let's have a look at the others, just in case they're spectacular. So Otis here was a Cave World tender and then a military commissar. He's got good plant skills, but we already got a dude with almost exactly the same plant skills. So what do you got for me, Otis? What sets you apart? You're an undergrounder as well. You're a night owl. Basically just means that they prefer to be awake during the night. So they get a bonus for being awake during night, but a negative for being awake during the day. That's easy enough to sort, though. And it can actually benefit you to have people producing around the clock rather than everyone open at one time. They'll be less likely to get social mood buffs because no one's awake when they're around. But, yeah. They've got hard worker. Yang's a natural hard worker and will finish tasks faster than most. Oh, global work speed 20 plus 20%.
Ooh.
That's pretty good. I don't think that you're worth replacing anyone with.
But it's still cool to see.
Yeah. Because Rose is probably going to be, like, defending us. Although incapable of dumb labor is a bit of a hassle early on. Let's see. Yang, you were a cave world tender, then a military commissar. Oh, that was you already. Lada. Oh, you're 79, and you have a bad back. That's not great straight off the bat. That's minus 30% to all your movement speed.
Oh, do you want to tell them about the time when you were setting up one and everyone seemed really fine? You were like, what's going on? Then you found one guy with like 15 melodies on him.
Oh yeah, that happened. I also had one dude like age up into a bad back almost immediately upon arrival.
Oh no.
It's like, happy birthday, you got a bad back. So
what's that, Sonny? I can't hear you.
So Lada used to be a medieval lordling and then an inventor. She's a wimp. Oh boy, that means that her pain shock threshold is way higher. So basically, lower rather, that means that like any amount of pain and she'll fall over and be like, I can't take it no more. And she's a transhumanist, which means that she likes getting artificial body parts, which considering how shitty her body is, I guess I can see why. She's got real good crafting, but yeah, no, Lada, you ain't coming in. Lolita? Seriously? This female child named Lolita. Okay, game. Okay.
I'm not gonna touch
Rimworld urchin. She's industrious. It means that she gets things done a lot faster. That's good. And she refuses to do drugs. That's a plus and a minus. It means that she's unlikely to like just go binge on drugs. But it also means that if you want to, because like drugs are useful in this game to artificially boost people's moods. And I don't know, like, if Teetotal is a real good trait to have. Also, she's not spectacular. Lizzie. Okay, Lizzie, you're our last shot for anyone, otherwise it's going to be deemed Chimp and Rose. So she was a medical assistant as a child, then a recruiter. She's incapable of carrying or firefighting. She's got decent melee. I'm not seeing anything standing out here. She's nimble, so she's got, like, good dodging. And she's a gourmand, which means she eats more.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we're sticking with these guys. Let's just make sure...
Do you want to nickname them? Show them how the nickname system works?
I'll show them nicknames in a sec.
Go.
Once we touch down. In the meantime, I'm just making sure that I've got everyone... Also, the age in brackets is, like, how old they actually are, but, like, the age normally is, like, how long they've been, like, actually awake. Because, like, they've been in cryosleep for I don't know how long. In this case, like... Rose has been asleep.
Odd year.
No,
yeah,
like 80 something years or something. 70 something years rather. But yeah, I think we. Oh wait, we got no medical.
Oh.
Holy shit!
No.
Nobody has any medical.
Don't think anyone on any of those groups.
No, these guys did have some medical, didn't they? No, barely any medical at all.
So it becomes, are you willing to
the
live?
best medical in this one is Lada. Fuck off, Lada. Okay. Maybe we get Lolita. Because she has a passion in medical, so she'll get better faster. And she's industrious. She works hard. Who to replace, though? She has good shooting. She has decent shooting, anyway. Let's see. Chimp is staggeringly ugly, but you've got the construction. We can't be getting rid of you. And Dean is just so multi-talented. He's got so many cool things that he can do. Although no defending. Maybe it has to be Rose, even though I would really like to have that 6 shooting. Lolita's got 4 shooting.
And you might just need it to keep anyone else alive.
I might just need her to... Yeah, okay. Think we'll replace you with Lolita as much as I don't like to, and then I'll change Lolita's name immediately. Because... fuck off for that, I guess.
You want to know something really interesting I have found out?
What?
That if you actually read the book, it is all about a creepy old man. The girl does nothing to encourage him. He just totally reads sexual innuendo into every little thing that she is doing.
I'm not surprised.
Yep. But apparently every time somebody does a cover of it, little girl doing sexualized things.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to start on that note.